Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Nikki and Jack cross paths at the club. She notices he has not phoned. He says, "The ringer on my phone works." She smiles and says, "Touch." Nikki says she feels strong, and Jack hopes her new sponsor is providing her with the necessary support. Nikki says that she hasn't replaced him yet. Her outpatient treatment is currently satisfying her needs. She says she's ready to return to Newman Media. Jack finds that powerful. Nikki claims that Victor is battling her over it. It's frustrating and exhausting. Jack hopes he comes around soon. Nikki hopes things between him and Diane have cooled down. Jack admits that Diane was outraged over what transpired that night. Nikki believes she is the reason he chose not to continue as her sponsor. She can't hold it against her. Jack swears they've moved past that conflict, but there's another one. He tells her about Diane and Kyle's troubles, which are tearing him apart. Nikki urges him to tell her about it. He can lean on her as she did on him. Jack explains that Kyle was telling the whole world he was better at Diane's job than she was, and she didn't take it well. Jack says he's overreached and Diane felt she had no choice but to fire him. Nikki gulps. My God. Jack wishes he'd intervened. Maybe he could have stopped things from going this far. Nikki's surprised to hear Kyle may have already found a new job, but he won't say where. At Crimson Lights, Michael treats Diane to a chai latte. She was happy to get his call as she needed someone to vent to today. "I fired Kyle from Jabbit this morning." Michael's surprised. That couldn't have been easy. Diane admits Jack was not pleased, but she had no choice as Kyle was determined to prove he's better at her job than she is. Michael thinks it will be good for him to reflect, but Diane thinks he's already landed another job. It almost sounds like he welcomed being cut loose. Michael muses that the timing is interesting. He has a sneaking suspicion that Kyle's new job can be traced right back to Victor. Diane gulps. "You think Kyle is going to work for Victor Newman?" Michael thinks there's a connection. After Victor fired him, his loyalty test was to rekindle his friendship with her. Diane asks how that benefits Victor. Michael doesn't know. She is furious that Michael is claiming to be her buddy while pressuring her for information for Victor. Michael would not tell her this unless he considered her a close friend. He would never help his boss prepare an attack on her. "I don't think you are the target." Diane snaps that Victor certainly has a plan. Michael admits that he also asked Cole to snuggle up to Kyle. Why should he do that? He wonders, what is the common denominator between you and Kyle? Diane exclaims, "Of course, Jack." Diane describes Victor's hate of Jack as epic. Is this truly war again? Michael believes the peace was shaky at best. He can't stop creating situations in his mind. None of them are particularly good. Diane understands Victor was at the tack house. Victoria compliments Cole's tea-making. He says he could teach her, but she prefers him serving her. Claire says they're adorable. Cole wants to have a family dinner, but Claire says they'll have to go without her. "I have other plans." Victoria's happy she's making friends and asks if she's meeting Maria. Victoria's face falls when she says her plans are with Kyle. She asks if this is a date and Cole complains he hasn't even had a drink with this young man yet. Claire says it's not a date. She overheard a heated conversation between Kyle and Summer earlier and he wanted to talk to her about it. Victoria doesn't think she should get in the middle of it. Claire isn't worried. She gets up and says, "You two have a lovely dinner without me," as she leaves. Cole guesses Victoria is worried. She says, "Oh, absolutely." In the park, Kyle and Audra tell Victor that they've smoothed out their differences and are happy to be working together. Victor thought they would get there and is happy to hear Kyle's out of Jabbit completely. Audra wants to put out a press releases about Glissade's new team and Victor tells them to keep his name out of it. The mystery investor will remain a mystery. Kyle asks why he wants to remain anonymous. He doesn't understand the secrecy. Victor just wants Glissade to succeed on its own merits, and yours. Kyle is having problems believing that this is a selfless act. Victor respects Kyle's skepticism, which indicates an active intellect, but he wants him to focus on Glissade. With that, he leaves. Audra warns Kyle about disrespecting the person who signs his paycheck. Kyle informs her that he and Victor go way back. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my fast gossip to our channel and stay with us.